Escaping the maze, eternal rising. Tombs is concerned. Silverback home. Whichever alias, you know me as such in lives around the world, motivated and inspiring. All praise be to the Most High, our Father that art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the power by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. In this live stream, I'm going to be talking my ish. You feel me? See? Because y'all see I be motivated every day. I be locked in. I be grinding, you know? And I'm going to let y'all know what goes on in the brain of a nigga as motivated as I am, you know? So this whole live stream, the entirety of it, I'm going to just be talking my ish. What it is, slick. We smashed 300 push-ups today. We got in our first work day at the new job. So now we got 2 jobs. We done doubled up our work hours. We still live every day. You already know. We gonna make it happen. Where there's a will, there's a way. Nothing can stop us. Period. You feel me? Now, we smashed 300 push-ups, but we leaving it at 300 push-ups because we want to see how this first week of work goes. We don't want to make ourselves, we don't want to maximize and burn out. I don't believe burnout is possible. I'm too motivated. I'm too locked in. But I'm going to make sure that I cater to my consistency needs. You feel me? So in this live stream, I'm pretty much mainly majorly going to be talking my ish, you know? I'm not the first of my kind, but I'm damn sure not going to be the last of my kind. You feel me? I'm not going to be the last of my kind. See, they want us to tap out. They want us to choose alternative routes other than the primary route. The primary route is the straight and the narrow. I'm going to stay on the straight and the narrow. What it is, Lee Jean. Nobody can stop that, you know what I mean? Please smash the like button, Lee Jean. You see, it is the man that agrees to things that his heart does not agree with that will always have shaky legs in the end. You feel me? Me, I'm willing to live out the manifestation of my heart. We're not going to agree to no wickedness. See, it's levels of wickedness you can participate in this lifetime. You feel me? It's levels of wickedness people will never talk about because people are competing with you. It is what it is. Some people is competing against the best for mankind, and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm the type of person that I don't care if I have to take a million extra steps in order to get to that right destination. I'm going to take them a million extra steps and get to the right destination. I'm not about to shortcut myself and end up at the wrong destination and settle for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not the first of my kind, and I damn sure won't be the last. See, being an American melanated man, right? We don't have culture. You feel me? We have been given trash, and a lot of us inherit it with a smile or a frown on our face, but we inherit it. I'm not inheriting trash. I'm a real man. Like, I know what power it is to be that which I am. And I express that power and I stand in that power and I live in that power, period. I don't just preach it. I don't just act like, ooh, I got power. The reason I know I got power is because my power is always in works. You feel me? My power is always, plugged into something. My power ain't short-circuited. You feel me? It could never be. How you doing, Christina? I like your principles. A rule I have for myself to help grow is get comfortable being uncomfortable. Facts. Facts. That's a statement I've been using since I was 13 years old. That exact statement. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. Because there goes the thing. A lot of people settle, and that's why they feel comfortable. But in the long term, they die. Their soul dies. Their spirit dies. And the reason why their spirit dies is because it takes some uncomfortability to become that which you want to become. See, adaptation is an uncomfortable thing. Adaptation is a process that we all desire, but many of us will settle for less than adaptation once they find out that you got to break through a wall for that. Christina, I'm not repeating after nobody. I'm setting my own standard. I love you though. Can't stay in the fishbowl forever. That's a fact. Everybody smash the like button. See, look, I'm blessed that I was born in a place where most people who look like me was clearly doing the wrong thing. That's the biggest blessing that I've inherited in this life. Not the biggest. There's so many blessings I can't really judge them against each other. But being born in a place where most people who look like me is doing the wrong thing, it allowed me to really feel and think things out. And then now I can really begin, as time goes by, associate myself what actually seems to be the right thing and to put myself on that path. See, I'm not trying to fit in the box. I'm not trying to be like him. I'm not trying to be like her. I'm not trying to be like they or them. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do the right thing. It is what it is. And can't nobody tell me that I'm doing the wrong thing in the process of doing what I recognize is right. You feel me? It's important, you know? But leadership, when leadership dies, humanity no longer moves forward. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? If some people in some branch of humanity is to no longer move forward, then that's cool for them. But right now, what I'm carrying, this genetic code I'm carrying, you feel me? It's meant to move forward. It's meant to, lead the way forward. So that's what we gonna do forever. You see, I'm the only one that listens to my case manager. Other people at my job, they lose, they don't fail, they can't see God. Send them a person. I sit back and look at those people and see. It's important to listen. We got two ears. We got two ears, and we got a voice that we can hear without our ears inside of our body. It's hyper important to listen. Maylin, where's the cat? I have 1 minute. Here's the cat. It's the cat right here. I think you're right. It's a Maine Coon. What it is, Lord? How you doing, my friend? It's a beautiful time to be alive, and the time to be alive and beautiful. We building the foundation. You know what I'm saying? We not worried about the regulations when we are the regulator. That's my girlfriend, cat. See, and this is how I know I'm not toxic. This is how I know I'm not toxic. The type of nigga I am, the nigga that I am, nigga, I would have never had a cat. But because it's my girlfriend's cat and I consider her feelings and I consider her, I recognize her as a human, I done grown to be able to love this cat. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm a good nigga. For real. It be like that sometime, for sure. It's part Maine cat, it's not Maine Coon. But it's part Maine Coon now. I confirm what it is. Thank you. Thank you. Me personally, I'm just chilling. Big chilling. You know? See me? I ain't gonna lie, I've been in a lot of environments and a lot of scenarios in life, and I'm just so happy that I made it to wisdom. You know what I mean? Now I place my energy in places that can be progressive and, make positive outcomes. See, throughout life, everywhere I place my energy, see, I've always had this type of fire inside of me and willpower inside of myself to where I place my energy somewhere and it moves. But my direction at times have been in the wrong place because I didn't have a leader. But I've developed and I've had so many life experiences that there's an aspect of myself that is able to lead me now. So it's like every piece of this journey has had its purpose. But one thing I know for sure is where I'm headed, I'm going to get there. You feel me? And it's nothing more empowering and, nothing that grants more confidence than to know that where I'm going, I'm going to get there. But you also got to realize that comes with a lot of responsibility. You got to make sure that you're working in the right direction. They don't want to follow the procedures order for them to get somewhere and get on the right path. You got to take step by step. You would think it's going to happen overnight. That's a fact. People at my job trying to tell me what you're doing the wrong things you do in the right. I'm doing the right thing. Do you got to go to work tomorrow morning, or is the live going to be a little later? Yeah, I got work tomorrow morning. So The live tomorrow is gonna be after work, probably around the same time, around 2 to 2:30. We work every day now. The next morning live stream will be Thursday, and then Friday. Those is gonna be my morning live stream days. You feel me? We locked in. I couldn't be more happy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like to really like have my stuff. Here goes my thing, right? As a grown man, can I tell the truth? As a grown man, I don't like wasting time. So that's really the biggest reason why I'm so into health and like doing things that I feel like will allow me to maintain and have good health longevity, is because I get the standard work week is 40 hours. Up until I moved here though, I never worked less than 60 hours a week. I didn't work 70 hours a week. I didn't work 80 hours a week before, you know? So working less than 60 hours a week, like before I came out here, what it is, 6'7" legend, what it is, 6'7". When I moved out here because I seen a lane and I seen that an industry that I had experience in. I seen it, with foresight because, I have life experience. I seen the lane and I was like, okay, 25 hours in this lane could give me more than what I need. And I'm used to working 60 hours. So I always really seen myself pulling the puzzle pieces together, getting them 60 hours. Now I had some distractions along the way. You know what I mean? I was distracted from my path, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody has their own, you know, everybody has their own, but I find that if I just really pursue what fulfills me and still consider others, that's a beautiful thing because I can be a accommodating resource in a lot of things, not just like one way or another. I'm emotionally supportive. I'm a loving person. Ain't nobody gonna convince me I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it's like following my own lead has always been the only way I could go. And now that I'm at a point where I feel like following my own lead. Cause here's the thing, following my own lead, I'm a sponge. I listen to people. And when people say something that makes sense, I'm on that. Because I know what type of tool I am. I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to. I don't say that like outside of 100% confidence. On the roadmap, no, well, getting close to your dreams, amen. How many steps you got in today? Shit, I can check it. I couldn't get my steps in. It was raining. Let me check how many steps I got in now. After work, I did live streams and I was taking a bunch of steps that didn't count. And when I got here to my girl crib, I danced for like 30 minutes and took a bunch of steps in too. So a few thousand steps weren't counted, but let me check. So today I'm at 12,500 so far. 12,500. And you know what? I'm cool with that. Because now that I got 2 jobs, I ain't gonna lie. On Wednesday, and I would have got more if it didn't rain too. Because I would have walked to work. That would have been another 3,000 steps, maybe 4,000. And then I would have walked home. That would have been another 4,000. So that would have gave me like 20,000 steps. But I'm cool with the 12,500 today because, see, the first day where the rain breaks out here, it'll probably be Wednesday, low key. Whenever it is, see, I'm gonna be getting in so many steps. I'm gonna be getting in about 35 to 40,000 steps, 3 days a week, and then the other days I'm gonna be getting like 20,000 or close to 20,000. So I'm really chilling on the steps. Like if I have a day where it's like 12,500, I'm good with that. I ain't tripping at all. I just made some delicious smothered cat thighs and dog legs with some onions and mushrooms. Okay, so where you from? I could guess, but I don't want people to think I'm playing on their top, but I can guess where you from, but where you from? You got a strange name to be making food like that. I ain't expect your name to be Andre. I ain't gonna lie. Your name being Andre and making food like that do not make sense. You eating cats and dogs, bro? What's going on? What's happening, RJ? How you doing, my broski? My brother? Everything going well for you? I'm just here to let you know, listen, you got to make the decision of what type of man you going to be. And you going to have to be able to stand on being that man without reinforcement. That is what being a man is. And eventually you're going to see a whole community erect around you. And you're going to have the reinforcement. Then you're going to be smooth sailing. Now what you got to do is not allow having that community around you, pieces of the community to take away from your ability to lead yourself. What's poppin' shelf, brother? Not much. Chilling with my friend, talking to the hus. How many hus? And I gotta ask you a question, brother. How many hus do you need? I just want to see how you answer the question. How many hus do you need? One? Wrong answer. Wrong answer, bro. You don't need no hus. I ain't gonna lie to you. You don't need no hus permanently. But I ain't gonna keep. I'm not gonna elaborate. But that's wrong. You gotta remember, bro. You gotta remember what you need is yourself and God. Just keep it 100. That's what you need. Now, once you recognize that what you need is yourself and God, you gotta recognize that that core category is more about what you want. What's up, Vanessa? Then you can start to see that lane more clear, right? Cause see, you're gonna waste a lot of time with the hus if you don't got your mindset right on that. You're a saved Christian, that's good. I fade all the hoods in the world to Christ. Amen. Me too. Saved and baptized, that's good. So you know you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. But also what I need to what I'm here to teach you is you don't need no hus unless it's ordained by the Most High. Now, by the scripture said a lot of us in the last days ain't gonna have no hus. So that means you don't need no hus. So if you don't need no hus, it's about what you want when it comes to the hus. But recognize what you need is more valuable. Remember that always. See, one day that's going to really sink in. You're going to understand what I'm talking about. She's a girl of God. Okay, amen. How you doing? Raylon Paulson. Y'all go to church together. That's good. What's your connection like with God? What y'all talk about today? You and God. I know that's not a question you hear every day, but that's a real question. What did you and God communicate about today? See, you might not have the answer, so I'm gonna let you know. See, I gave gratitude to God today. Endless and like literally at every turn, every possible chance, I gave gratitude to the Most High for putting me in position and energizing me enough to follow through with this position. Squeaky squeaky, Jordan Washington, you cleaning, brother? You cleaning? You like to clean? Yeah, you must like to clean. Just helping me be a better person and healing the sick and just leading people on the right path. You got a beautiful heart, my brother. What's up, Alex Dabney? So what be going on with this? Like, I see a lot of people enter the chat and the first thing they say is they or they say them. Are you introducing the chat and tell like, no, if I'm not trying to offend anyone, I'm actually just confused. Are you introducing yourself in the chat with what you would like to be called, or what does that mean? Do I go to church? I pray. I used to go to church. I went to church for a lot of years. And I just felt like when I was in church, I felt like I was the one who was really trying to get close with the Lord. I felt like other people had other motives. And then, within closeness to the Lord told me he'd rather have his unions and his communications with me one-on-one. Because sometimes when I bring other people into it, they actually end up being, trying to pull me away from the Lord when I think I'm getting closer to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It be like that sometimes. I put before myself no idols. You know? It's a beautiful time to be alive and a time to be alive and beautiful. All praise be to the Most High. See? This is my version of talking my ish. I just want to come on here and let people know that I'm not the first of my kind, and I sure won't be the last. I'm here. I sure won't be the last. Trust. Trust that. Trust that. Is it okay for... So you're asking, is it okay for Christians to listen to rap? Let's just ask the question. Let's just ask a simpler question. What impact does rap music have on you personally? See, and don't try to find, don't, and think about that for some time. Think about it for months, years, because see, you might not know how your brain works, how your mind operates. You might not have great understanding of that yet. Just to hype you up before practice and stuff like that. So here's what's wrong with that, right? I'm gonna just tell you what's wrong with it. Why wouldn't God be your hype man before practice? Why wouldn't you go inside of yourself and talk to God? What hypes you up better? A performing artist who makes a song in order to get attention and puts all types of wild content in it? Or do you not have the ability to just ask God for the strength, you know what I'm saying, and maybe talk to God before your practice? So that's your answer. See me? Every now and then I hear a song, it might hype me up. I ain't put the song on though. The reason I don't be putting the song on is because if I'm in a room next to somebody and I got loud music playing, chances are I'm not gonna hear everything they say. When I'm in a room and I'm not next to nobody, I'm always in a room with God. So I'm not trying to drown God out. Yeah, I believe music is programming for sure. I believe that without a doubt, music is programming. I know that music and media is programming, and for that reason, the CIA and other government agencies invest hundreds of millions of dollars, even billions of dollars a year into it for whatever reasons you might wonder or think. What's good, Alex? I would actually prefer to listen to music that I don't know the language of, to be honest. You dig? You out here grinding. I hope you stacking too, brother. Cause you done fucked off a lot of money simping, bro. And I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with you, Angelo. I've been giving you all of this intel, brother. You gotta learn how to put God first, bro. For real. It's a mission you on, my brother. Not with your new girl. All right. Make sure of it. All this sacrifice. All this sacrifice to be formed. And listen, God was the only person that was supposed to form you into something in that which you are. So if you ever find yourself sacrificing to be formed into something, just recognize you giving your soul, nigga. That adrenaline definitely will kick in. Supplements and food, okay. And bills, gotta pay them bills. I'm locked in, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I'm in my flow state. I definitely need to drink some more water, but I feel like I'm in my flow state though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. 2 hours to the gym and back. That's real dedication. That's commitment. That's vicious. See, everybody can't do that. A lot of people ain't man enough. Remember, you'll never be one of them again. Is that 30? See, it's actually, believe it or not, it's taking me uh supreme discipline to not do more than 300 push-ups today. And I'm actually, the only reason why I haven't is because I recognize that doing more than that is actually a lack of discipline as opposed to real pure discipline. At the end of the day, I could get 450, 600 today. But if it causes me to wake up exhausted and then not be able to perform at my top, at work, then I take myself out of the running to be the top dog. And here goes the thing. Everybody is replaceable except the top dog, realistically. Everybody is replaceable except the top dog. It don't matter where you at. Look at sports. That'll tell you. If you're not the star player on the team, you become so much more replaceable. Shit, or you gotta live life like you a damn power source. You a source of power and energy. And you decide you gotta really live a life like that. Like, and not be, see, the problem is most people haven't done the work yet to do that. Most people, the way that that would actually manifest itself is them trying to take power away from other people. And it's unfortunate. But when you get to the point where it's just like, where you're able to do that, you gonna have everlasting, inspiration. See, the truth is, bro, we always have energy. We always have a lot more energy than we could imagine. How you doing, Caroline? It's just about, are we giving ourselves the thoughts? Are we giving ourselves the goals that will allow for us to tap into that level of inspiration or that level of energy that might be required? They let death to scare them into being lazy. That's crazy. See, I feel like people just lack, some people lack inspiration or ambition. Maybe some people, I believe, their lack of inspiration and ambition comes from them believing that they're supposed to conform so heavily, you know? There's levels of conforming. There's cultural conforming, there's societal conforming. You might think they're both the same, but they're not. The modern day society is very different from pretty much everyone's culture, especially if you live in the Western Hemisphere. Um, there's media conformity, there's social media conformity, there's, there's all different. There's religious conformity.
Daddy.
Big Mama back, y'all. So guess what?
Nope, stay on live.
You want me to stay live?
Yep, stay live. Don't show me though. Stay
Okay.
live. Why would you?
Well, I was just actually only planning on doing another 30 minutes of live, and that was 30 minutes.
Why would you want to get off now?
Because I want to spend time with you.
Oh, do you really?
Are you angry at me? You're
No,
angry?
I'm not angry with
Okay.
you. Why would I be angry with you?
I don't think you should be.
Why would I be?
I don't think you should be.
Handle business.
Spit on the screen. I'm almost finished.
Ew.
All right, yeah, I'm done. Much love, peace, positivity.
What you been talking about?
Oh,
Who
I'm
called
just-
you Bae?
I'm.
That's my man.
I just been talking about how I just been talking my shit.
You're talking about what?
Nothing.
I can go back and watch.
I
So you might as well tell me now.
haven't been particular,
Oh.
but it is inspired by our last conversation. But I haven't been particular.
Bro, the man needs what a man needs.
A man needs what a man needs, and a man is gonna get what a man is gonna get. It is what it is.
And at his own price.
And it's a beautiful time to be alive because a man's supposed to be able to pay the price no matter how much it is, you know?
Yep, even if it means losing something. Sometimes you just have to pay that price and live with the consequences.
Sometimes a man
Right.
can lose everything but himself. Every lion got a soft side. That's a fact.
Not this one.
Nah, I got a soft side.
Soft side.
I'm over here chilling with
Soft side.
I'm over here chilling with your cat that's not having a soft side.
Soft side. Throw it up. Soft side.
But I love and appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all later. I'm about to chill with my girlfriend. No. That's true. You have to be a power source. That's a fact. Because if they act out, you gotta unplug everything. if they act up, you gotta know how to unplug everything. And then just put your battery pack in and charge your own phone. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes they don't understand.
If somebody tells, never mind, I'm not going.
No, you about to do the most.
No, I wasn't gonna say.
Love,
No.